Hello, my name is Chigozie Njoku, and today I'm excited to share this video with you. Now, on this video, I'm going to be taking you through one of the components of our application, which is called the Stock Manager. So, I'm going to be showing you how to understand the Stock Manager. What exactly does the Stock Manager do, and how do we use it to the benefit of your business, right? Now, the Stock Manager, to access the Stock Manager, is that you first of all visit the merchantraffery.com where you already have a business account, and then you go into the store that you want to see the Stock Manager for. So I go into this demo store venture, and then I will come to the inventory module. So this is the inventory module, and then I'll go to the stock manager. Now, the stock manager, pretty much from the name, talks about the place where you are able to see all the stock that you have, understand the stock that you have, know when they are high, when they are low, and all of those things. So, from the screen, you can see that there are about five boxes that are showing up on this dashboard. The first one here is the stock count, right? Which is pretty much where you can see how many items that you have in stock at that moment. So according to this, we have 340 items in stock, and these are calculated as retail stock count. So they are counted at retail level, not at wholesale level. And then you have the stock value, which is the overall value of the stock that you have, still calculated using the retail value. And then we have the wholesale value, which is the components of the products that you have that are wholesale and how much they are worth. And then we have the retail value, and we also have defect goods. And I'm going to explain all of this shortly. The next chart you can see is the stock trends, right? So we have the stock in and the stock out. So this is where you can see how you are buying items. Buying items is pretty much stocking in. So you're buying from your suppliers and purchasing those products to get into your store or into your inventory. And then stocking out is sales product process, how you are now selling those products out. Now, if you are having a lot of highs on your stocking in and you are having lows on your stocking out, it means that you are over purchasing products or you are buying and overstocking products, right? So you have a lot of those products in the stock, but it's not moving out as much, right, or as fast. And at the same time, if you have a lot of highs on the stocking out and you don't have as much on your stocking in, it means that you are selling much more, which can be a good thing sometimes, but it means that sometimes you are not planning enough in terms of how you are restocking the goods that you need, because that is what your customers are looking for. So you need to have a balanced graph in terms of how much you are stocking in and you are stocking out in that store. The next section is the low stock, which is where you would see the items that you have that are low in stock. So remember when we are creating a purchase order that you clicked on the reorder points. At that point where you said, if it gets to a particular quantity, notify me. So this is one of the places where you're going to see it on the application to see that this item is now low in stock and needs to be reordered. Right now, we do not have any low stock, and that is why that field is empty. The other part is the top grossing products by value and by count. So on this place, we can see the product that you have sold. This is a new store. We've not sold anything yet, and that is why there are no products showing up there. But as you begin to sell, you will see the ones that have high value in terms of the ones customers are buying more in terms of revenue or value, and also the ones they are buying more in terms of count. Sometimes they might be the same products, other times they are not. So it's just for you to have the idea, and that can help you to also know if customers are buying more of this product, maybe we should restock that more. And sometimes can also help you to know that, oh, sometimes some products might be selling more in counts, but they might not be driving as much in terms of revenue for your business. So you need to know how to make those decisions based on the data that you are seeing here. And if you look at this calendar, you'll be able to select date period. So you can, the default one will show you the month between the last month and the present month, but you can also go into it to check out for the year, several dates, and you can do this at different levels for the different charts you have. And then the final part here is we have the table that shows you all the products that you have in stock, right? The list of all the products that you have in stock. And you can see that we have what we call the wholesale stock and the retail stock. And this is because on Afiari, we connect your wholesale and your retail products in a way that it is automated. So if you have items that you are selling in cartons and you're also selling those products as single units, you don't necessarily need to reconcile anything as you're selling it, because the application itself intelligently calculates when you have sold a unit, it says that you have sold 1 unit, and as it sells in that unit, when it sells up to the quantity that makes up 1 carton, it also takes out from your wholesale stock. And if you sell 1 carton at a time, it will also take out the number of units that make up 1 carton from your retail section. So by doing that, it balances out your wholesale stock and your retail stock in real time. We also have the remove stock option where you can see the products that you've removed from inventory, not necessarily deleted, but you've removed them from the inventory because maybe they are defect goods, or they are expired, or whatever reasons they may be. So, and when you remove them, they go into this box as defect goods, and that's where you see it. So there are some actions that you can take. You can actually filter this table, right, by product name, for example. So if I want to search for a particular product, maybe I only want to find maize, um, and I hit enter, it's going to search out that product that I'm trying to look for, and it will provide it for me. So, but I'll need to first of all select the name option under this filter, and then I'll enter the name of the product or enter some words, some keywords about that product, and hit on the search button. That is how to filter this table. Then another thing that you can do will be to look at the wholesale stock only table, where you just find only the wholesale products, the retail stock as well. You'd find the retail stock, and then we have the remove stock table where you see the list of items that you've removed from your inventory. Um, there are other options that you can take from this stock manager. One of them will be to change the selling prices. While we cannot change the cost prices of products because you've bought them and you buy them once, you can actually change the selling prices to, update what you are currently selling or what the market realities are in your business. So if I want to change the selling price of this product, for example, which is 670, maybe it's now selling for 700. So I can go in here and I will click on edit stock. So I click on edit stock. It will present me the table where I can then change the selling price. So maybe I want to move it from 100% markup to, maybe, let me say I want to move it from 50 to 70% markup, right? So it's now at 1020 naira. So that will now be the new selling price. So once I hit on save, it's going to update that selling price such that by the time I come back to my stock manager and look for that same product, you would now find out that that product that we have here, you see, this is the recent product I've just edited, is now showing up at 1020 naira. So there are some other things that you can still do, like you can view the details of the product. So once I click on view details, it takes me to this page where I can see the current cost price, the cost price, the current selling price, and the total sales of that product, how much that product has sold over a period of time. And you can also look at the sales trend, right? How has this product been performing over time? And you can select the calendar to show you for whatever period you want it to be for. You can also see the price trend in terms of your selling price and your cost price, how that is changing over time. And then you also have the sales trend in terms of the online sales and the physical sales. So some of these things are the things that you can do from the stock manager. You can also have some other options such as reordering this product directly from here, so that you can create a purchase order or a requisition. So if I click on reorder, it will bring up the purchase order option where I can do that directly from this place, or requisition process. We can also do some other actions like, add bargaining prices. Now, to add bargaining price, this is more or less saying that for a particular product, you want to sell it for, you want to be able to sell it at different prices to different customers. Maybe some customers might be buying it in volumes, some might be buying it based on relationship, and you want to have that option. So let me say I want to have this as like just best customer. That's an option. Instead of selling it at 1020 naira, I want to sell it at 900, right? So this is a bargaining price that I've added, and then I can submit this bargaining price to become, an added price on that product, such that when I view the details and then I view the bargaining price here, I'll be able to see all the different prices that I can sell the same product for. So these are the things that you can find on the stock manager. And let me also see, I think there might be one more thing that I want to share. And then you can also, of course, remove stock. Maybe you want to remove some quantity from the stock, and you can click on it. You choose the number of items you want, and then what are the reasons you are removing them from your stock, right? So all of these things are the things that you can find on the stock manager. I hope this helps you to understand the stock manager model better on Afiari, and I'm going to see you in the next video. Thank you very much.